Pattaya City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Hey, and Sawasdikool. Well, a special honoured guest who's done so much for the club and who we love as a club, Tanya. What's your actual title in Bangkok Pattaya Hospital?
I'm working for the business development and international affair, but I'm responsible on the expat community, which is called the International Marketing Department.
Oh, right. And she does an unbelievably wonderful job. But things have changed so much, you know, with COVID. How has your job and everything changed with that?
Yes, very sad. I have to say that I haven't working abroad, and the patient with tourists and medical tourism, they were not allowed to come to Thailand at the moment. So the patient in the hospital is increasing, let's say like 60%. So now I'm taking care of the expat or the resident who was based in Pattaya or in Thailand. And yes, of course, for the Thai people, I'm taking care of them. I'm look after them for the health issue. And yes, many things more, even about the COVID-19 vaccine, for the COVID-19 screening, and for the checkup. A lot of people like to have checkup more than before.
So if I wanted to check whether I had COVID, could I come to your hospital or should I go somewhere else?
Yes, of course, you can come to us. We have a COVID-19 screening test for everyone, but we separate for the normal patient. We have our building, we have our special department who taking care of the people who need to have the COVID-19 screening test, or so from a group check from a factory, for example. They didn't have COVID-19 infected, but they want to check to make sure that they can return to work with healthy.
Right. So, and what's really interesting, I think, you know, we talk about businesses that have suffered through COVID-19. Hospitals in Thailand, because there hasn't been much COVID-19, they've taken a hammering financially.
Yes.
Because people stay away from hospitals, because hospitals are very dangerous places. They're full of sick people with germs, right? So people want to stay away from hospitals when there's like a threat of a COVID-19. So it's been a very hard time for hospitals, strangely enough, through lack of activity.
Yes, actually, yes, you are right. I can say the most of people thought that is that current situation, the hospital will make more money from that, but actually not. We lost a patient because, for example, in Pattaya, we are the tourist destination. 60% are from abroad and also for the foreigner. We lost a patient, we lost money actually, yes. Mm-hmm. But we are working out in another things, such as the health and wellness. Mm-hmm. We are still taking care of our people who are living around in Thailand, working in the factory in the Eastern Seaboard, and of course from Bangkok.
And of course, one of the things in terms of timing, I mean, the Jomtien Hospital opened at like the worst possible time, right? It's part of the same mega group, right?
Yes, correct. If you heard about Jomtien Hospital, this is managed by Bangkok Hospital Pattaya. It's a private hospital with about 200 beds. We opened and I think in May last year. It's hard time for us to running a new hospital at the moment. But the purpose to open the Jomtien Hospital, we want to support all of the people in Pattaya, which affordable, convenient, and fast. You don't need to spend a lot of time in the hospital using the service for the general disease, for the checkup, for the vaccine. Try it. Come and see me there. I'm working for 2 hospitals at the moment.
And there's, yes, so she wasn't busy enough before. Now, and one thing you've got on at the moment, a very important thing, is the sleep check thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Today, we have a special offer for the sleep health check. This offer is only 1 week special. You can buy this from the 17th to the 24th of March. We only offer for 1 week with special prices 12,000 baht, all include and 1 night stay over in the hospital, doctor fee and the hospital service charge.
So, you think what it might cost an expensive hotel, maybe it's not that much more than an expensive hotel, right? But really, sleep is really, really super important. We spend, basically you should spend a third of your life sleeping, which is a very bizarre thing when you think about it. But for some reason, we need to spend a third of our life sleeping. And so if you're not getting quality sleep, you really need to find out why. Could be sleep apnea, could be restless leg syndrome, could be anything. And they really need to assess you while you're sleeping. Do they do an EEG while you're sleeping? Do they monitor the brain, do you know?
No, I think it's similar to the sleep test.
Right.
Yeah, the same. We're using the electrode, the cable, and the machine together. And this also we have the specialist. In the case of the sleeping results is abnormal, we have the specialist who can taking care after that.
So there you go. It's a wonderful hospital, and we are very, very, very lucky to have such a great relationship with Tanya, who's going to go and grab the ENT specialist so I can interview her. She gave a wonderful talk, which will be on video, of course, and you really want to check it out. It's an incredibly important talk about pollution and its effect on your health. So thank you very much for everything you do for the club and for letting me interview you at no notice.
Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Swadikap.